Okay, now we will go for types of stomata. Okay, now types of stomata, how we are dividing the types of stomata is on the basis of the number and the arrangement of the subsidiary cells surrounding the God cells. Hope you remember subsidiary cells. This is God cell and the cells which are surrounding the God cells are called as subsidiary cells. So, on the basis of the number of subsidiary cells and the surrounding the God cells, the developed stomata can be classified into different types, and those are first classification was given by an anatomist called as Vescu, and in the year 1889 he divided the stomata on the basis of number of subsidiary cells which are surrounding the God cells, and he has given the name into 4 types. First one is ranunculus type. Next one is cruciferous type. And again one more is rubiaceous type. Another one is caryophyllous type. So the first type of classification on different types of stomata was depending on which family members this type of stomata are present. This type of classification was given by Vescu in 1889. Means the first type, the stomata based on the ranunculaceae family members, next on the cruciferous family members, rubiaceae family members and cryophyllaceae family members. So later on there was n number of discoveries or discussions were going on with regard to these 4 types of stomata divided. It only specified that ranunculus means this type of stomata may also exist in other type of families also. So there was a bit of confusion saying that giving it on the basis of the family name, it may lead to a confusion. So there was n number of discussions and going on, and later on there were 2 anatomists called as Metcalfe and Chalk. There were 2 anatomists called as Metcalfe and Chalk. And they gave, so they based on the arrangement of, with reference to Wessex classification of stomatal types, Metcalfe and Chalk gave another type of classification. We can't say another type, it's like they have changed given the alternative names to this type depending upon the families in which they are belonging, and the main idea behind the classification was basically on the arrangement of God cells and subsidiary cells. Arrangement of God cells and subsidiary cells. So this was a classification based on the in which family which type of stomata is present. So he categorized into 4 different families, 4 different types of stomata. Then Metcalfe and Chalk said no, it may lead to a confusion because different families may have different types, similar type of stomata. We can't categorize into this criteria. So they did one more arrangement. They said depending on the based on the arrangement of God cells and subsidiary cells, they have given 4 types. Those are called as anamozytic, anisocytic, and again parasitic and diacytic. So according to Metcalfe and Chalk, another type of arrangement or types of stomata which we follow, which is the standard one which we follow now, is depending on the arrangement of God cells and subsidiary cells. There are 4 types of stomata: anamocytic, anisocytic, parasitic and diacytic. Here again anamocytic is also can be called as ranunculaceous type, anisocytic can be called as cruciferous type, parasitic can be called as rubiaceous type, diacytic can also be called as caryophyllous type of stomata. So these are the different types of stomatas given. Now what each type of stomata indicates, why such a name is given, we will discuss it now. As we said earlier, there are 4 types of stomata. As per Metcalfe and Chalk. The first one is called as anamozytic stomata. So what is anamozytic stomata? In this type of stomata, we will see that there is no difference between the God cells and the subsidiary cells, means the god cells are surrounded by equal number of surrounding cells. There is surrounded by 4 or more number of equal size of subsidiary cells. There is 4 or more number of equal shape or size of subsidiary cells. There is no differentiation between subsidiary cells in the anamocytic stomata. Now when you come, for example, where you will see this, you can see this type of stomata in Tridax. You can also see it in Bohirvia. You can also see it in Cleome. The god cells are surrounded by 4 or more subsidiary cells of equal size. Now when we comes to the anisocytic stomata, this is about anamocytic, where the god cells are surrounded by 4 or more equal size of subsidiary cells, and examples for these are Cleome, Tridax, Bohirvia, and one more example is Amaranthus. Okay, now when we come to anisocytic stomata, in this stomata you will see the presence of a stomatal pore, 2 god cells, and the presence of 3 subsidiary cells are present. Here you will see the presence of 3 subsidiary cells, of which these 3 subsidiary cells, 2 will be larger and 1 will be smaller one. As the diagram I have drawn here, if it is god cells, this is 1 subsidiary cell, this is second subsidiary, and this is third subsidiary cell. So the difference between anamocytic and anisocytic is, here subsidiary cells are of equal size. Here there are 3 subsidiary cells surrounding the 2 god cells, of which 2 are larger and 1 is the smaller one. The example for this is Malvaceae and Brassicaceae members, where 2 bigger subsidiary cells and 1 is smaller. Now when we come to the parasitic stomata, come here. Here in this parasitic stomata, you will see 2 god cells surrounded by 2 subsidiary cells which are parallel to the god cells. See here, these are 2 god cells and these are the subsidiary cells which are parallel to the god cells. So this type of stomata is called as parasitic stomata. Examples for these are Rubiaceae, Convolvulaceae, Magnoliaceae. Members of these families may show the presence of parasitic stomata. Now last one is diacytic stomata. Now here there are in this type 2 subsidiary cells are present or arranged or surrounding the god cells on their polar axis. If it is a god cell, 2 god cells, they are arranged towards their surrounding the polar side of the god cells. The subsidiary cells are arranged on the surrounding the god cells on their polar side of the god cells. Then this type of stomata is called as diacytic stomata. Now here in this, what is the difference between parasitic and here is the common walls which are present in between the god cells are, the common walls which are present in between these 2 cells are perpendicular. And where these are seen, perpendicular where? Perpendicular to the god cells. So the common walls which are seen, which are perpendicular to that of the god cells, the walls which are present, the subsidiary cells which are surrounding the god cells on their polar axis, and the walls of these 2 cells are perpendicular to the god cells. Then this type of stomata is called as diacytic stomata. Examples are Amaranthaceae, you can take these 3 families as an example of diacytic stomata. So basically Metcalfe and Chalk classification gives 4 types of stomata. Those are anamocytic, equal subsidiary cells; anisocytic, 2 bigger and 1 smaller subsidiary cells; parasitic, these are parallel to the god cells; diacytic, these are perpendicular to the god cells. These are the examples of each type of god cells. Okay, one more is there. Okay, type of stomata. on the basis of the development of stomata, or we can say type recognized on the basis, type of stomata recognized on the basis of the development of stomata. Okay, type recognized on the basis of the development of the stomata. So from where, how many mother initials it is coming, same subsidiary cells, same mother cells or different mother cells. So there are two types of stomata are recognized on the basis of the development of stomata. So here this type of classification was given by an anatomist named as Pant. This was given by Pant in the year 1965. Okay, now here on the basis of this there are three types of stomatas. So of which first one is called as mesogynous, second one is called as perigynous, and third one is called as mesoperigynous. Okay, according to Pant, on the development of basis of development of stomata, three types. Now what is mesogynous type of stomata? If the subsidiary cells and god cells are developing from the same mother cells or same meristematic mother cells, same meristematic mother cells. If there is a development of subsidiary cells and god cells from the same meristematic mother cells, then these are called as mesogynous types, and these are equal to syndictochelic types. Type in gymnosperms. So these are more or less equal to the syndictochelic type of stomata in gymnosperms, and this was proposed by Florin. This type of first was given by Florin in the year 1931. Okay. Now next one is perigynous type of stomata. The opposite of mesogynous is perigynous. If the subsidiary cells and god cells are developing from, if these are developing from different mother cells, then this is called as perigynous type of stomata. Normally these are seen in monocots. If this type of stomata are occurring, their initiation or development from different meristematic mother cells, then this type of stomata is called as perigynous, normally seen in the monocots. And in case of mesoperigynous, and these are equal to haplochelic stomata in gymnosperms. These are equal to haplochelic type in gymnosperms. These mesogynous are equal to syndictochelic types in gymnosperms, and these are equal to haplochelic type in gymnosperms. Another one we said was mesoperigynous. So what is mesoperigynous type of stomata? One is same meristematic mother cells, this is different meristematic mother cells. So what is left here? If the development of one god cell and one or more subsidiary cells develop from same mother cell, okay, mesoperigynous type of stomata is a type of stomata. Here this is comparatively opposite to meso and perigynous. Here a combination of meso and perigynous. Here if one god cell and one or more subsidiary cells are developing from the same meristematic mother cells, and the remaining subsidiary cells will, or other different subsidiary cells, remaining subsidiary cells are developing from different meristematic mother cells, then this type of stomata is called as mesoperigenous type of stomata. Normally where these mesoperigenous type of stomata are seen, these are seen in Cucurbitaceae. These are seen in Cucurbitaceae, Amaranthaceae. These are seen in Cucurbitaceae and Amaranthaceae type of families. Okay. So these are the 4 types of stomata. Pant classification 1965, mesogenous, perigenous and mesoperigenous. If originating from same meristematic mother cell, these are similar to synditogelic type of stomata in gymnosperms, and this was identified by Florin first in 1931. Next, perigenous, different types of meristematic mother cells are needed here, normally seen in monocots. It is similar to haplogelic type in gymnosperms. Now here one god cells and one or more subsidiary cells are developing from same meristematic mother cells, and the remaining subsidiary cells will develop from different meristematic mother cells. Then this type is called as mesoperigenous type of stomata. Examples for these are Cucurbitaceae, Amaranthaceae. We can also take an example of Meliaceae family members also. So in addition to Cucurbitaceae, Amaranthaceae, we can also take an example of Meliaceae family members also for this type of stomata. So here these are the different types of stomatas. Okay, here we end with types of stomatas.